Hello, beautiful. Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here. As you can tell by today's title, we are going to be going over love predictions for the singles in 2026. I really love how all these readings came out. I feel like there's value in each and every one of these. I will say some of them, you guys, you do have to kind of stick with it and let the message fully unfold before you make your final call on it. But I'm excited for you guys to get these readings. As you can see here, we have 4 piles. We have group 1 with our rose quartz crystal, group 2 with some sea jasper, group 3, I believe this is a dried carnation, and group number 4 with the top of a ring that I used to have. Obviously, this is no longer a ring. I just have the little top of it, but I used to wear this every day, you guys. It was my favorite ring. I'm so sad it broke. But anyways, those are our 4 piles. If you need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. I suggest pausing, closing your eyes, breathing in, breathing out. When you open your eyes, which pile is calling your name? Which pile is standing out to you the most? Once you pick your pile, you can check out the description box where I've left you timestamps for when your reading will start. And with that, everybody, I will just see you in your reading. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your reading. We're going to start off with the zodiac dice. We have Leo and Cancer. Hello, Leo. Hello, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising. Leo and Scorpio. I will go ahead and roll that again because I do feel like that was a rather weak roll. Taurus. Leo, Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio. Hello, hello. If your sign did not pop up, that's completely okay, you guys. I do view the dice as simply just extra confirmation. There's many zodiac signs that will pop up throughout the cards as well. If you guys do want a personal reading, check out the description box. I have those available on the 1st of every month, unless otherwise stated in my Etsy shop. So, can I please get... Oh, okay. Woo, woo, woo. Interesting. So you have the 3 of Wands, you have the Hierophant, you have the 9 of Cups, and you have the Ace of Coins. So with this, there's growth in your love life in 2026. There's commitment, happiness, feeling really satisfied. There's also new opportunities. So because this is a reading for the singles, I'm assuming based on the cards that have just shown up that your guys' love life is moving towards commitment, like ending up in a committed relationship, ending up in a situation where you and another person are committed to each other, where you're happy and where there's opportunity for you to grow within that companionship or within that relationship. Let's go ahead and keep going. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, you guys, I do have to put it's the thing about this deck. I hardly ever use it. It is a very beautiful deck, but it's there's a lot of imagery that YouTube is not gonna like. So unfortunately, we have the crystal on top of it, but that's the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is representing choosing a person and wanting to do life with them, saying, hey, like, you're the person I choose. I want to try this out. I want to see if our lives can mix together or if we can like coexist within a romantic context. So that is what the 2 of Cups is talking about. Ultimately, I am seeing really positive things for you guys regarding your love life. I want to get a simple yes or no if you guys are going to end up in a relationship in 2026. Because based on the cards, I feel like what we have so far is very much seeming like you are ending up in a relationship. Some of you could even end up engaged by the end of 2026. Or living with a partner. So I do want to go ahead and get a very plain yes or no. Is group number 1 going to be in a relationship by the end of the year? Pause and reflect. Okay. Is group number 1 going to end up in a relationship by the end of the year? Okay. So moving forward, I think this is fun. I want to kind of see if we can get any information on how you're going to meet this person, what the relationship's going to be like, if we can get any details on who they are. Maybe, let's start with a timeline, guys. I think that is a good place to start. So can we get a rough timeline of when group 1 is going to be meeting or expecting this relationship to flourish? Oh, okay. The timing is much further in the future, so it could be towards the end of the year for some of you. The next full moon. When? October. Okay. So I think all of these are kind of going hand in hand, right? The next full moon, yeah, for some of you, it is possible during the next full moon. However, I do feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be closer towards the end of 2026 in which you are meeting a significant other, or where you're getting engaged, where you're moving in together. So let's say you meet somebody in February, you guys start dating, things don't get serious until October, or things don't get, the level of commitment isn't expanding until later on in the year, right? So with that, let's continue forward. Can we get a message for group? We have the balcony. This is land of love. So I really do believe for you guys, group number 1, that you're essentially going to be in this land of love in 2026. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if this was going to be developing later on in the year or advancing later on in the year. Patience, again, not surprising. Patient, decent self-control. Like I said, a lot of you, this is going to be taking place later on in the year. Don't give up hope early in the year if you're not meeting anybody, or if you don't feel like significant connections are being formed in January, February, March, April, right? Like, don't give up hope. Continue to put yourself out there, continue to date, continue to explore your options. Can we please get a message for group? We have fair, Lawrence, wise, trustworthy, caring, and optimistic. Okay, that could be characteristics of the person that you're going to be dating. I'm going to be honest, guys. I really think I just want to skip into who this person is, right? We have the basic information of you falling in love in 2026, your relationship, your romantic life expanding, there being commitment and happiness, it potentially being later on in the year, right? So I think that I want to just skip all of the hoo-ha and move on to who this person is or what they're going to be like. Can I get a message on who? This could be somebody who's really well spoken. Maybe they are somebody who takes time to journal. The sickle. The sickle is talking about removing things that are no longer abundant, or things that are no longer capable of growing. So a person who perhaps is willing to remove things in their life that are not serving them, things that need to go, right? This is not going to be someone who holds on to things for the sake of holding on. Oops. Okay. We have the clock tower. Whenever I see the clock tower, I'm like, oh, this person is tall. This person is a giant. Love and very possible. However, this could be related to time management. Again, somebody who is punctual, somebody who perhaps really likes a routine and a schedule, something to stick to. Being on time, again, could be very important to this person. Not wanting their time wasted, and that could be going back to that sickle, right? Why they are so willing to move on from things, or why they are so willing to get rid of what is not serving them, because they're like, I don't want my time wasted. Can we please get a message for group? We have a child. This person could want children. This person, for some of you, could have children. We have the main male. Whenever the main male shows up, it's not surprising because, again, my audience is mostly female and it's mostly straight females, women. So, yeah, the main male showing up. Obviously, I'm assuming most of you who are watching, if not all of you that are watching, are interested in men. So, main male is just simply representing that man. Can I get... We have the main female. For those of you who like women, here is your main female. It's also very possible that this is just representing the yin and yang dynamic of the relationship. Okay. Can we get a little bit more on what the relationship's going to be like before we dive into who this person is? Worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work in your love life. Who is this person? We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Flirt. every relationship starts off with flirtation. So that, again, is not surprising to me. Okay, with that being said, you guys, we are going to go ahead and pull from our bowl. Okay, group number 1, my camera completely died yesterday, and I unfortunately did not have time to come back and finish the reading, so here we are the next day to finish the reading and to pull out some notes for you guys to see who this person is. Can we please get some characteristics of who this person is? Okay. So, I also want to say, you guys, based on what I'm seeing, again, it does seem to me that this person is going to be somebody who is very much family oriented, right? Somebody who has a desire to build something that is more solid and long lasting. I'm not saying this is going to be necessarily the person that you're going to marry. I'm not saying this is necessarily going to be the person you're spending the rest of your life with, but I do think that this person's intentions are to build something that's real and long lasting. So we have, you will love kissing them. Co-workers in love. We have soulmate. We have large, risky, treat. This is not supposed to be in here, but this is mixed hair color. So perhaps this person has some highlights in their hair, or their hair is a array of different colors. We have Moscow. We have M, we have 2026, we have Prince Charming, we have 33 years of age, oops, a roller coaster, Quebec, it's baking, thin hair, ooh, what is this? Travel near. We have high roller. We have R. We have passion. 22 or the 22nd. We have pause. The 20th or 20. And I believe this is the last one. This is thick hair. Mutual. So oftentimes when mutual showing up, I do see that as potentially like being in a situation where you and this person have mutual friends in common or an acquaintance in common. So what we're taking from this person is somebody who you will love kissing. The mutual in this situation could be somebody that you work with, introducing you to this person. This is going to be somebody who is extremely passionate, someone who perhaps is giving you butterflies, because we do have that roller coaster feeling showing up. They could be somebody from Russian descent. They could be somebody who, or I should say Eastern European, potentially. Travel near tells me that this person perhaps doesn't live super, super close to you. Okay, so that is all we have, group number 1. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I do hope that this message was helpful. All in all, I do believe that sometime next year you guys again are going to be entering into this connection. So I am very excited for you. Thank you. I love you. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Pisces and Capricorn. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Cancer and Aquarius. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising. And we have Leo. Hello, hello, Leo. As always, you guys, if you do want a personal reading, you can check that out in the description box. I usually have them available on the 1st of every month, unless otherwise stated in my Etsy shop. So with that, can we please get a message for group number 2? We will start here with this. So the 8 of discs, the 7 of discs, the King of Swords, and the Magician. Interesting. Okay, let me... So, I'm going to be honest, guys. Nothing here is giving me like a strong romantic energy. If there is going to be romantic connections for you guys in 2026, I think it's going to come about through something that you're working on or something that you're trying to learn, okay? This person is going to be somebody who's very serious, somebody who is perhaps, I don't want to say detached, not necessarily detached, but leaning on the more serious and stern side, okay? I do believe the main focus of 2026 for you guys, group number 2, is going to be what you're working on, your projects, your hobbies, again, what you're trying to learn. So that could be professionally, that could also be personal, right? Like you could be like, oh, I want to learn how to play the piano in 2026. Fantastic, beautiful. Perhaps you're meeting somebody who's playing a significant role in your romantic life while you were learning to play the piano, or via like seeking out a mentor, a teacher, other people who are trying to learn, right? So I believe that because these first 2 cards are representing that energy, learning and working really hard on something. We have that authoritative energy with that King of Swords. And then the Magician. This is telling us that we have the tools that we need to accomplish what we are setting out to accomplish in 2026. I do believe that there is a possibility for you to find love or to get into a relationship in 2026. It just doesn't feel like that's the main focus. Okay. Can we please, okay. One more. Perfect. So we will start with this guy here. This is the King of Wands. So when the King of Wands is showing up, and again, we're doing a romantic reading, as it says here, this is leadership. Yes, the King of Wands is somebody who's going to go after what he wants. He is going to be a king who takes initiative. The main thing I take away from the King of Wands is this is going to be an energy of a person who is led by their passions, somebody who sees something that they want and they go after it. This is not someone that I would necessarily suggest that you settle down with or take super serious, but this is a person that you can have fun with, right? Like this is a person, if you are looking to just casually date, the King of Wands is a great person to casually date. He's oftentimes described as a very attractive king. We have the 9 of Wands. So the word here is resilience, which I think is interesting because the 9 of Wands is representing feeling like you have to be really tough, feeling like you have to put on a brave face for the world, feeling like you cannot let your walls down. So part of the reason why, right, the main focus is work, hobbies, what we're learning in 2026 could be because you have your walls up. And then we have the Princess of Discs. This is the Page of Discs. So, or the Page of Pentacles. So with the Page of Pentacles showing up, that is representing leveling up and experiencing some type of upgrade in your love life, which is exciting. I think this is a good time for us to go ahead and move on to our oracle cards. A dark deal, wrong direction, or wrong decision in correct direction. Here's the thing, guys. I oftentimes see this as people who overthink. Like when a dark deal comes up and wrong decision, incorrect direction, I just see that as somebody who's overthinking. Somebody who is in their head a lot about the decisions that they're making, the people they're interacting with. Is it possible to make a wrong decision? Obviously, right? Like, duh. But I don't think that you guys are necessarily making wrong decisions. I think there is a fear around making wrong decisions. Okay. We have the Apothecary, forced, sin, cunning, the dark side of human. The reason I believe this, you guys, instead of just reading this as the card is, I am evaluating all of the cards as a whole. You guys have the 9 of Wands here. So a dark deal, the Apothecary, forced, sin, dark side of human. You guys have seen perhaps the worst in people. You guys have experienced heartbreak. You guys have experienced betrayal. You guys have experienced perhaps really awful things when it comes to dating. Maybe even narcissistic behavior with this Count Paris, right? And there is this desire to avoid that. And perhaps that's why a lot of the focus is on work, on our hobbies, on what we want to learn, which is completely understandable and reasonable. I think where my concern is like, you have to be open to being surprised. You have to be open to things changing if you ever expect them to change. I'm not saying you need to go into your romantic relationships or your romantic endeavors blind or oblivious, right? Like, it's okay for you to be skeptical. It's okay for you to have your walls up, ask questions, require that the individuals you're dating prove themselves to you. I'm going to be honest, guys, okay? I almost feel like for a lot of you who picked pile 2, your type is the King of Wands. Your type is somebody who's super charismatic and charming and funny and enjoyable to be around. Somebody who is perhaps the life or the light of the room. Someone who's really attractive physically, but they lack the ability to be a good partner. And that may have been your experience in the past, again, of like encountering these narcissists, right? Or these people who are really attractive, but they're a dark human, or they have negative energy, or they're just, again, a bad partner. I do feel like this King of Swords is a better partner than what is showing up here with this Count Paris and that King of Wands. It may not be everything that you want on the outside, or it may not appear to be what you want, but the qualities that the King of Swords has is definitely far more valuable in a long-term relationship than the energy of Count Paris and, you know, the King of Wands. So can I get a message for group number 2? Yeah, I just think that there's been like betrayal here, and it's making it difficult for us to move forward. Heartbreak, pain, separation, loss, deception, lies, shocking, attack. You guys, this is a reading for the singles. So obviously I'm not seeing this as you entering into something new and having your heart broken, because I'm not seeing you enter into anything new. I see you being skeptical. I see you being fearful of encountering a dark human. I see you, or a narcissist, right? And it's stemming from this heartbreak and this pain. We have cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. I do think there's going to be a change of pattern for you guys, group number 2, which is a positive thing. I understand that the things that I'm saying aren't the most sparkly and happy, but I think the positive thing that we're taking out of this reading is the fact that you guys, I believe a lot of you recognize this. And the way that you have the ability to change it is by recognizing it. Is by recognizing the pattern that you have found yourself in, or that you have perhaps even participated in, right? And choosing to break that pattern, choosing to cut out the individuals who you are romantically involved with who have this energy. I want to get a little bit more. The Runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. A lot of you guys are attracting people who are rather avoidant, perhaps selfish, self-centered. Okay, so now that we have recognized the things from the past that are potentially holding us back, what can we expect in 2026 for group 2? What are the positive things regarding their love life that we can expect in 2026? Did I just say 2022, you guys? I'm so sorry if I did. I don't know why I said that. What positive things can we expect? We have wish. Someone you wished for is coming into your life. Falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. And then we have dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers you seek. I am always really careful or cautious about recommending that to everybody, because I am aware that there are some people who are just very anxious, or who are struggling with different mental health issues. So I don't want to encourage anybody to hyperfixate on symbolisms or signs that aren't there. But a lot of you who are watching this are intuitive, and you've had that proven to you time and time again. For those of you who are, I want you to trust yourself. Maybe don't pay the most attention to your dreams. Maybe don't pay the most attention to, again, symbolism of repeating numbers or this or that, but trust your intuition, trust what your gut is saying. I believe that you having faith and trust within yourself is going to guide you correctly. I do believe a lot of you who have gone through this, you have learned your lesson, you have acquired enough knowledge or enough, again, like life lessons in order to move forward in a more productive way regarding your love life. You don't need to be afraid. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, guys, I want to say this, right? especially for the girlies out there who are interested in men, it is always going to be the case that you are going to be more respected, more desirable if you love and respect yourself. Okay? No man, no straight hetero man is going to be chasing somebody who dislikes themselves or who bends themselves backwards, right, to make them happy. Like, that's just not, it's so incredibly important for the girls who are watching, for the women who are watching this. You have to put yourself first. This card is very literal. It will make you more romantically attractive. And you know what? We can spread this across, to everybody. I don't want to uninclude anyone from this message, but specifically for the women who are interested in men, this is so important. Okay. Let your friends help you. Okay. Ask for and accept support from others. 100%. I do think that sometimes our friends have the ability to see things that we don't when it comes to the individuals that we are dating or involving ourselves with. It's not to say that you should 100% listen to what everyone has to say about whatever decision you're making in your life. Some people don't have good intentions. Some people are jealous. Some people are this. Some people are that. But if you have people that you trust in your life and they're saying, hey, Rebecca, like, I don't know, Nick is a little concerning, or Chris is a little concerning. Tyler, he's concerning me. I don't know if I like him. Maybe trust your friend that's saying that. Okay. So, can I please get, awareness, distracted or filling life with other things. Look for love, dating. I do believe a lot of you guys are going to be in the practice of dating, and filling your life with other things other than romance. And I said that from the beginning with the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. We have sweet allure, mystery, belief, let go. And then we have tenderness, having a gentle spirit and being able to care deeply. Real deal, good match. So I don't want you guys to lose hope or faith that there is somebody who has the gentleness that you have within your soul. Like, there is somebody out there who will be able to match your level of care, who will be able to match your level of love, right? And I don't want you guys to give up hope in that. I don't want you guys to feel like that is not obtainable for you, because I 100% believe that it is. I just think that throughout 2026, the main focus is, I'm going to focus on my hobbies. I'm going to focus on my work and making more money and setting myself up nicely. I'm going to focus on my friends and traveling and having fun. And yes, I'm going to date. and I'm going to enjoy the dates that I go on. I'm going to get to know interesting and different people. And if I find somebody who can match my tenderness, can match my heart, then yes, I will be willing to let my walls down. I don't think, for those of you who pick this pile, that a relationship is a sure thing for you in 2026. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to have a beautiful life in 2026. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have opportunity to grow or to expand in other areas. Can we get a message for group? Okay. So we have boundaries. Beautiful. Boundaries are the place in which you can love someone else and yourself at the same time. This is incredibly important for all of you who picked pile number 2. This is so, so important. I do have to cover this card that showed up because she does have a little nip showing. Okay. This could very much be representing you guys exploring your adult energy, exploring your ability to bring pleasure to yourself, to your life. And again, I do believe you guys are actively dating, or at least those of you who are active in your dating life. I think you will be continuing to be active in your dating life, but the focus feels more so on like finding quality individuals to connect with, loving yourself, nourishing yourself, creating a life that is fulfilling outside of relationships. So I do want to go ahead and get a yes or no for you guys if there is a possibility for you to end up in a relationship in 2026. Can we please get a yes or no? Okay. Apologize for any wrongdoing, walk away politely. Can I get a yes or no? Is group number 2? No, it was never yours to begin with. One more. Sleep on it. So I think it's very likely if you picked group 2 that you are going to mostly be single for 2026. Mostly, like I said, be focusing on dating and enjoying that process, loving on yourself, loving your friends, expanding what you do professionally or with what you're doing with your hobbies. And I do believe that you're making progress, guys. Okay, I know this reading sounds like, okay, like there is no progress being made in my love life, but there is progress because you're recognizing the pattern. You're recognizing where you need to perhaps do things differently when it comes to your approach to dating. You're recognizing that you need to pour more energy into yourself, and that is going to make you more attractive. And I don't believe that every single person who picked this pile is gonna just like be single the entire year. I don't believe that. I just think the vast majority of you, your focus is not necessarily on getting into a relationship in the next 12 months, okay? So with that, can we get one final message for group 2? For those who will end up in a relationship, what is the most likely time period in 2026 when they'll end up in one? Oh, okay, well, that is quite a lot. We have June. You have the power to create the timing by taking action. It's worth the time. It's time to take a break. So all of you are going to be at various stages in this, right? Some of you are feeling like you do need a break from dating. Some of you are feeling like you're wanting to put more energy and effort into that. June is going to be a good time for those of you who are single to find someone, to put yourself out there more, to expand or to change, again, the individuals that you are dating, intentionally going out of your way to date people who are perhaps different or outside of your usual type. So with that being said, group number 2, thank you guys so much for letting me read for you today. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that this was helpful. I'm wishing you guys so much love, so much happiness in 2026. I do hope it's great for you. Sending you love as always, and that is all I got. So, bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to the reading. We will start off, as always, with our zodiac dice. We have Taurus and we have Cancer. Hello, Taurus. Hello, Cancer. We have Virgo and Aries. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Aries. As always, you guys, the dice are extra. It's dessert. If your sign doesn't pop up, that is okay. And Aquarius. Hello, hello, Aquarius. As always, you guys, if you do want a personal reading or need a personal reading, you can check out my description box. That is usually where I will have something posted on a date for restock. With that, let's see what we get for you guys regarding 2026 in your love life. Can we please get a message? Ooh, okay. So obviously this is just 2 cards, you guys, so I can't predict the entire reading just based on 2 cards, but this is very much painting a story for me that for those of you who picked pile 3, it's very possible that you struggle with trust when it comes to romantic relationships, or you struggle with feeling like, is this real? Are you being authentic? Do you really care about me? Are you using me? You may have a tendency to get into your head when it comes to romantic relationships. The Prince of Discs, as you can see here, this literally says reliability. The Prince of Discs is representing a person who is reliable, who's consistent, who is okay with going slow and trying to make the right decisions that are going to promote like stability and longevity. So the Prince of Discs, he doesn't move very quickly, but when he does make a move or when he does make a decision or go in a direction, he's doing so in a very thoughtful way and with intention and purpose. So I am seeing this again. If I were to just base the entire reading on these 2 cards, I would say that for those of you who picked this pile, your anxieties or your fears around love and relationships are going to be at ease with this person. Can I have a message for group number 3 on what they can expect in their love life in 2026? Beautiful. So we will read these two last because they are face down. We have the Chariot here. This is Cancerian energy, so hello to all the Cancers watching. And we have the 10 of Discs. So there's strength here on a physical and emotional level. And there is longevity again in an investment. So again, if I were to just base this entire reading on these first 4 cards, I would say this seems to me that the prediction for the singles is essentially you guys are moving in a direction where you're going to meet somebody that you can trust, that you can rely on. You are going to have a relationship with this person that is strong and long lasting. And the reason I'm saying that is the Chariot, it's strength, stamina, the ability to move past difficult things, to overcome obstacles, which every relationship has obstacles, whether it's between the two of you or external factors. At some point, if you spend your entire life with somebody, there's going to be some type of hurdle or some type of obstacle that you two have to face together or within the relationship dynamic. And then the 10 of Discs is representing that longevity, that investment. So I really do believe that for those of you who picked this pile, if there is a relationship coming into your life in 2026, it's going to be something that you are both putting a lot of energy and effort into in order to make it healthy and, again, more long-term. We have the 2 of Wands, which references planning for the future. It could be that we're talking about having a family with this person, eventually moving in with this person or getting married to this person. The 6 of Swords, I think your love life is going to be in a completely different stage when you get to this point next year, or when you get to the end of 2026, I guess I should say. I feel like you guys are going to look back and be like, wow, like a year truly does make a world of difference, because it feels to me with that 6 of Swords that your life is going to look completely different. Maybe we have the Kiss. This is a sublimation of love, eternal loyalty, noble sacrifice. I don't think you guys are ending the year like Romeo and Juliet, but I do feel perhaps the intensity of this connection could feel very much like young love or puppy love, that feeling of eternal loyalty. Like, I could never love anybody as much as I love you. Yeah, this is so funny. I'm like puppy love, and then we literally have love at first sight. I am someone, you guys, who does believe in love at first sight. I know it's corny and cheesy, and there can be arguments made for why this isn't something that can happen, or why this is immature or based on lust or this or that. However, I do believe that you can recognize somebody's soul just by looking at them. I don't think that's always the case, right? I think that there's many situations in which that's not the case, but I do believe that this is possible. So with love at first sight showing up in twin flame mirror souls, it's very, very likely for you guys, group number 3, that this is going to be somebody where you are connected to them deeply, emotionally, mentally. Yes, there's physical attraction here, but I think that the main thing I'm picking up on this, or main thing I'm picking up from the cards, is very much that you two are on the same page with where you want to go regarding a romantic relationship. Then we have a metaphor for love, flirt, and seduction. So again, not surprising to me whatsoever. Let's go ahead and continue. Can we please get, okay, what are you? Power play, wanting to dominate or control the relationship, insecurity, and influence. So there could be a need to find balance within the power dynamic of the relationship. I think that this oftentimes is the case in newer relationships. So that is, again, not surprising. What I would say with this is communication obviously is key, but I would also say that it's incredibly important to make your boundaries, your expectations, the way that you want to operate within the relationship very clear from the beginning. We have radiate love. You create positivity and warmth together, happy, open, optimistic. So moving throughout 2026 in a very optimistic manner regarding your love life. Can we get a message for group 1 more? I love that we have yin and yang here, you guys, because we also have that Chariot. And if you guys remember, the Chariot has the 2 horses, the black horse, the white horse, representing that balance, that yin, that yang, duality, going this way, going that way. So I appreciate this because this is telling me, regardless of who you are dating or who you are attracted to, this is telling me that there is going to be balance within this connection, balance within this relationship, harmony, right? We have creativity. And we have the divine masculine. I do feel really hesitant, especially these days, to use verbiage like the divine masculine or the divine feminine. So you guys can just take that however you choose to take that. But essentially what I am receiving from this is, yes, the majority of my audience is women. The majority of my audience is women who are attracted to men. So when I see the divine masculine, I'm obviously reading that as, right, like you guys are receiving a healthy male who is prepared to act in a way that is healthy and stable and fantastic regarding a relationship. We have, again, that balance, that harmony with the yin and the yang. And then the creativity is interesting to me. I do believe when we are in healthy, happy relationships, whether that's with our friends, our family members, our romantic relationships, obviously, I do believe that there is a creative spark that can come about through those relationships. I know oftentimes people always think like you have to, like, creativity comes from heartbreak or pain or anger. And yes, creativity can come from those places, but I also think it can come from immense levels of joy and happiness and love. So that is really exciting to see that here for you guys. You guys may be feeling very creatively inspired in 2026 due to the connections that you are making. Can we get a little bit more? We have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime and past life relationship. You have known each other before. So one thing feels super clear for me, group number 3. It's the fact that I think that you guys are going to end up in a relationship, right? The point of this reading is love predictions for the singles. So I believe, based on this, that you guys are headed towards a relationship. Now, I want to get a firm yes or no on that. So we have the yes or no deck. We're going to see if we can get a firm yes to confirm that you guys are going to be in a relationship, and then get a timeline. We have yes. You have the strength to take this on and then defend yourself against those draining your energy. So I would assume that this person is not indeed draining your energy, but with that, we shall move forward with a timeline. Can I get a message for group number 3 on when we have next fall? Fall seems to be very popular 9 months from now. Interesting, which is September, essentially. If we're saying December's over, at the time of this filming, next fall, 9 months from now, same energy. Okay, so that is quite exciting. Let's see if we can get any information on who this person is or what they're going to be like, a general information on what this person will be like. Can we please get some information? Gemini, they could be somebody who is very intelligent, someone who enjoys learning. This could be somebody you're meeting on the internet because Gemini energy is connected to that communication. For a very select few of you, this person could quite literally be a twin or have significant Gemini placements. Oh, okay. What is this? Third house. Again, communication is something I think this person's really good at, which makes sense, right? If you're ending up in a relationship with this person, they're healthy, they're planning for the future, they're stable and consistent, they're easing your fears and concerns. It makes sense to me that they're good at communicating because, right, the opposite of all these positive things would make sense for that person to then have bad communication and not be able to communicate how they feel or what they want or the future or this or that. So makes so much sense to me that this person has good communication skills. Oh, endings and beginnings, the 8th house. So change, part of fortune increase. This is where we are experiencing luck in our lives. So I'm reading that very much as like you guys are getting lucky with this person, or this person's getting lucky with you, but there is luck involved in this connection. Okay. Few more, and then we will pull from the bowl. Who is this person? What are they like? General information. Loyalty. The dog. Very loyal. Very, very loyal. I'm also, this is gonna sound so bad, don't judge me guys, but I'm getting like obedient. Like, you tell them you don't like something, they listen. They're good at listening. your best friend as well, right? Like someone who's always there, someone who's going to show up for you when you need them the most. Okay. This feels like a very gentle person. We have the snake representing that change. You guys do have a lot of change showing up over this next year. The ship is referencing travel, so perhaps you guys are traveling together. Could be that this person is coming from a different cultural background than yourself. Maybe they're sharing their culture with you or exposing you to a different culture. The letter showing up is quite interesting to me because, again, I am reading that as somebody who is very, very good at communicating. So with that, we are going to go ahead now and pull from our bowl. Can we get some information on who this person is? I see London and I see Paris. So hello to my London, Paris viewers. We have 6-2. We have London / the UK, perhaps. We have Seattle. Oops, we have North America. Okay, a lot of places are showing up. Again, travel could be something really significant for this relationship. Perhaps you guys are bonding through travel. Maybe you're having more opportunities to travel because of this relationship. We have the 27th, the 19th, the 24th. We have silver, calling and texting, imaginative, age 25, a polished appearance. This is light hair. Sorry guys, I can't lay them flat because obviously my nails are not going to enable me to do that. We have a rebel. What's funny enough, guys, I don't really think this person is a rebel. Like, I think this person is a rule follower. They like following the rules, or they feel comfortable following rules. We have humble. Could be that you guys are the rebel in the relationship. We have September, which is so interesting with that 9-month timeline. We have S. We have late 30s. Again, you guys, please do keep this age appropriate. I feel really uncomfortable when people suggest that I'm suggesting otherwise. We have Paris. We have soft hands. And out of the blue. So the meeting could be very out of the blue. That's the one thing I'm not sure has really hit, is I don't think that we have very much information on how you guys are meeting or anything like that. But that is what I have for you guys. Group number 3. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I think the most excited for your group. I feel like I really like this person, and I like the fact that they're bringing this sense of like calm, harmony, serenity into your life. I love the fact that they're a good communicator, and it does seem like you guys are going to have so many opportunities to explore. I think sometimes when I'm reading the cards, I do read them in a way that's very, this is how the information's coming forward. I'm just going to say it like this. But I think if we can expand on the ship and the travel or the exploration, I think that this is really representing this person opening up your horizons, providing new, exciting experiences. So yeah, anyways, I love you guys so much, group 3. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. And that is all I got. So bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to go ahead and roll our zodiac dice. We have Taurus and Aquarius. Hello, Taurus. Hello, Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising. Ooh, we have Scorpio. Just Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio and Capricorn. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Capricorn. Sun, moon, rising. The dice are extra, you guys. It is dessert. It's not the main course, so please don't freak out if your sign doesn't pop up. That doesn't mean that this reading isn't for you. It just simply means that that's not the extra confirmation that you're looking for. So with that, if you do want a personal reading, please check out the description box. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands. Interesting. The 7 of Wands is talking about jealousy. The 8 of Wands is talking about something happening very quickly. If I were to base the reading just on these two cards, I would essentially assume that this is a relationship or a connection that you are experiencing in 2026 where it's not like committed, but there is feelings involved. And perhaps it's something that developed very quickly or you moved really fast within this connection. Okay. What is this? Prince of Swords, determination. Focus on a goal. Focus on an outcome. We have the Two of Pentacles. This says change, but the Two of Pentacles is really talking about having a lot on your plate. All right. So unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to, I don't know if I should cut this part or if I should just boom, but hopefully that is fine. And then the High Priestess. Okay. So, I'm gonna be honest, guys. The way this is showing up to me, the way that I'm reading this, it does appear to be like a more short-term relationship that's showing up. A relationship perhaps where there's a lot of passion and excitement and like, ooh, I really like them. They're really cute. They're funny. They're great at conversation. They're nice. But it doesn't seem like something that's long lasting. The reason I'm saying that is here at the end where I covered this poor woman with the crystal is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is talking about essentially something coming to a close very suddenly. Again, just to run through this whole painting again, the Seven of Wands is jealousy. The Eight of Wands is quick movement, so things developed very quickly. The Prince of Swords is focused on his goals. He's focused on his desired outcome. The Two of Discs, it says change, so let's just roll with that. Perhaps this is representing change within that connection or having a different vision for the future, different goals. And then the High Priestess, she's wisdom. She's wisdom. She's also representing the good and the bad. So the positive things that we're taking from this is that you're experiencing a connection that gets you excited, where perhaps you develop feelings unintentionally or very quickly. For some of you, you will be engaging with this person in a romantic way, in a physical romantic way. I do believe that the focus for this person is on their own goals, is on their own life. I do believe you are representing the High Priestess. Why? Simply because you are somebody who is seeking out tarot readings, right? You're somebody who's seeking out guidance from divination. So that's very High Priestess energy. So I'm assuming whether you're male or female, you are this High Priestess in the reading. And the person you're involved with in 2026 is more so this Prince of Swords or person of swords who is determined to achieve what it is that they want to achieve. I do believe this connection again is coming to a close, perhaps just as quickly as it started. I want some oracle cards on this. Can I get a message on this whole situation? Look within. Oops. We have separation. All about you. So again, it wouldn't be surprising to me if this connection started off as one where it was like, oh, I'm all about you. We're moving really quickly. I really like this person. And then quickly leads to separation. It could be, for those of you who picked pile 4, that you recently went through a breakup or you're going through a breakup. Okay. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think that this is the end of your love life for 2026. If this is occurring, if you're meeting somebody, let's say January 1st, 2026, I don't think you're ending the year in the same position. I don't necessarily think that this just feels like the beginning of the story. So clear the air. Obviously, this is making peace with the ending of this situation. I'm going to actually go ahead, you guys, and I haven't done this for any other group in this reading, but I'm going to do it for you guys. I want new cards. I want to understand outside of the situation what is occurring in your love life, because this is very black and white. You're engaging with somebody, there's feelings involved, there's jealousy, perhaps there's physicality involved. It's coming to an end. That just is very black and white. You are learning something from this situation, and I do think you're moving on with grace, but I want to see what else is in store for you, because I do feel there's something else here. What is in store for group 4? The Knight of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Star. So the star is great. This is wish fulfillment. I think this is casual dating. The reason I think that is because the Three of Cups, going out, we're having fun. Woo! The Nine of Wands is very similar to the Knight of Swords in the sense that he is focused on his goals, his passion. He is led by his wand. So, that's fun. So perhaps a big part of your 2026 when it comes to your love life is simply having fun. I want more information on this star. Oops. And for some of you, that could be the goal, right? Is like to have fun and to enjoy the people that you're dating and to enjoy yourself. But the Chariot is talking about overcoming difficulties, pushing forward. The Six of Cups is revisiting something from our past. We have the High Priestess, which is representing more commitment. I want one more tarot card. The Lovers. Ooh, okay. I'm curious. I also want to point this out, guys. At the bottom of the deck, I just realized we have that 10 of Cups, which is representing feeling very emotionally fulfilled, being happy, being satisfied. I think there's going to be multiple different connections for you guys throughout 2026. Like, I don't think you're just dating one person. I think perhaps you're dating someone for, let's say, 3 months, and then you're dating somebody else for the next maybe 8 months. Or perhaps you're choosing to be single for the next 8 months and just casually date or casually like get to know people on a surface level. The Lovers is interesting to me, and the Hierophant is interesting to me because the Hierophant does represent more commitment. I almost feel like I need to take a step back from this for a second to digest this a little bit more. Another way we could look at this, guys, right? The Star, you're receiving something that you've wished for romantically. The Three of Cups, you're going out, you're having fun. Your intentions are to keep things lighthearted because you just went through this breakup or you just went through this ending of a situation and perhaps you're sad or you're feeling a bit discouraged romantically. And through this, right, like I'm intending to go out and just have fun, or I'm intending to go out and just be casual, or to be single and just whatever, you're meeting someone where there's more substance. And the reason I'm saying that again is because that Hierophant showing up, which is representing tradition, stability, signing contracts, so potential marriage or like moving into a place together. And then the Lovers, two lovers coming together, joining in union. So to me, again, this is representing, or it's the story that's being told here. It feels like we are in a position where we're starting over. We are going to receive what we're asking for, but I think it's going to take a bit of time and perhaps healing from our past. Again, our intentions are to be single or perhaps to heal and to have fun and to enjoy our summer or our fall or our winter or whatever it is. And through that, we're finding something unintentionally that's leading to stability. Can I? Yeah, we have soulmate here. So yes, this is your soulmate. I don't feel confident, you guys, in a group reading to be like, yes, you're meeting your soulmate in 2026. I do feel confident saying that there's going to be a significant connection for you that isn't just intimacy or isn't just lust or attraction. It's going to feel significant on an emotional level. So that is exciting. Let's see the other 10 cards that came up. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. We have playfulness. So being playful. Again, the intentions are to go out, to have fun, to date casually, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I also want to clarify, you guys, some of you do get confused when I speak about dating casually. That does not mean that you have multiple different boyfriends or girlfriends. That just means that maybe you're going to dinner with somebody and by the end of the dinner you're like we could be friends, or I'm not really interested in that, and then you're going your separate ways, or you're continuing a friendship and then you're dating somebody else, right? It doesn't have to look you don't need to go about this in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. For others of you, obviously, if you want to have fun and like express yourself, explore yourself, please, adults can do what adults want to do. We have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. We We have express your love. So go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And then chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Can we please get... Okay. So we have that connection. We have manifestation. And we have the silver lining. I'm going to be honest, guys. The silver lining. The silver waterfall. I think the silver waterfall is, again, experiencing that heartbreak either right now or earlier in the year, feeling disappointed in that. But then the bright side of that is like, oh, but if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't have met this person that I have this amazing connection with, that I have so much chemistry with. So yes, I think there are a few hiccups in your love life in 2026 where you believe something's going to turn out one way and it ends up not turning out the way you expected or not turning out the way that you would have wanted. But in ending that, I feel like a lot of you are choosing to focus on your life, to focus on having fun, and you're unintentionally meeting somebody else who is stepping in and offering you the romantic connection that you perhaps were seeking with the other person or earlier in the year, right? Can we get some messages for group? We literally have falling in love. Group. Secret help, so keeping secrets. Anonymous goodwill, falling in love, enchanting love. One more from this deck. Solitude, yeah, calm down, listen to your inner voice, reduce anxiety. I think this secret help is leaning on your circle of friends, leaning on your family members, leaning on people who know you, who love you, who understand you. I do think there's going to be chunks of time in 2026 where you are alone. Okay, I'm going to be very honest, where you are alone, where perhaps you do have this feeling of anxiety or this feeling of like, I'm tired of being alone. I want connection. And I do believe for the vast majority of you, there is a connection forming in 2026. One that feels healthier than the one that is coming earlier in the year. So I do want to get a yes or a no for you guys on whether or not you are ending the year in a relationship. Oh, okay. So for some of you, absolutely not. For others of you, yes. Use what serves your highest good, discard the rest. Okay. When is the most likely time for group number 4 to end up in this relationship or to meet this person? Have faith, divine timing is at play by the end of the year. It's so interesting to me, you guys. Every pile, maybe except for one, I think maybe the first pile didn't have like this end of the year energy, but the other 3, it's been the end of the year that seems the most significant or the most positive for the love life. So that is really exciting. Again, some of you may choose to just remain single after that connection that develops early on fades. But for those of you who are choosing again to go back out there and to put yourself in social situations, very, very likely by the end of the year, you are forming this connection, okay? So that is exciting. Group number 4. I'm going to get a few little notes for you guys regarding who this person is or what they're like, and then we will move on. Some of you guys, literally 2025. That's the thing, is I think a lot of you guys have recently gone through a breakup, or you're going to be going through a breakup very soon, because 2025 is playing a role in your love life in 2026. Perhaps similar themes or a similar person is like showing up in the beginning of the year or coming back in the beginning of the year. We have bedroom eyes. We have finance, intelligent, reconsider your options. I do believe that is a massive thing happening for you guys. Group number 4 is you are reconsidering your options. You're evaluating if the connection that you have is one that you feel happy in, or where you feel like I can settle for this. We have fireworks. We have Saturn square Venus, which does come about in a very like dramatic way. It does represent drama in the relationships. I will also say this, you guys, people, when I hear astrologers talk about Saturn square Venus, they always talk about it in such a doom and gloom way. I really do see Saturn square Venus as an energy of like a rom-com or a romantic drama where yes, like there is issues or there is pushback, there's heartbreak, there's sadness, but at the end of the movie, it's like things worked out the way they were supposed to work out and things move in a happier direction than perhaps it started. We have light brown, we have respect, hygienic, love hygienic. We have broad shoulders, we have clever, we have twin flame. What is it? Germany? Hello to everybody in Germany. We have Libra. And that is all we have, group number 4. Thank you guys so much for letting me read for you today. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. I'm excited for you guys because I do think things are going to be turning around towards the end of next year. But that is what I have. Thank you.